Hey guys, we're super excited to be here at the LA Fit Expo. It's our third year in a row. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be launching the Tasty Pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs. And we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, October 30th, 2020. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Most of you guys watching this show probably aren't old enough to have seen NBA Hall of Famer Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon when he was in his prime. So you'll have to trust me on this when I tell you that he's one of the most underrated players of his generation. And even though it's probably been a few years since my guy Akeem Williams practiced his dream shake, well, I still think his post-game would give a few guys in the Pro League nightmares. After his huge win at the Chicago Pro last weekend, Akeem's heading into his second straight Olympia with a ton of momentum and a legitimate chance to break into the top 6 this year. Bodybuilding and basketball boil down to timing, so when Akeem's time comes, he better step up and hammer this one home. I tell all the young entrepreneurs who reach out to me looking for advice that actions speak louder than words. And when you see clips of a guy like Nick Walker doing trap bar deadlifts with 7 plates for 10 reps, well, those actions tell me everything I need to know about where he's at right now. At this point, I think it goes without saying that 2020 was a huge year for Nick in a lot of ways. Between establishing himself as the man to beat heading into the North Americans, then winning his pro card, and following that up with a really solid effort at the Chicago Pro, this kid's been nothing short of amazing from day one. And if this is the high level of effort that we're expecting to see from him, I can't even begin to imagine where he'll be at this time when he's ready to roll next season. In a lot of ways, I believe that story is the true essence of the sport. Yeah, the competition is cool, and it's the thing we all get excited about, but it's the narrative underwriting and competition that makes the whole thing so compelling, especially when it involves someone like James Hollingshead. For James to win the Europa Pro the way he did, with so much on the line after everything he's been through, and to clinch his first win in Olympia qualification all in the same night, well, that's true essence of sport. That's the narrative that makes this journey to the Olympia so compelling. And as that narrative continues to evolve over the next 8 weeks, it'll also be the thing that makes it so easy to root for him once those bright lights turn on in Vegas. Here's a quick rundown of how we form good and bad habits. First, they start small, then they find a place in your routine, and then they get solidified by your emotions. And if you've been watching what Hassan Mostafa has been doing lately, it's pretty obvious that he has a whole create good habits thing down pat. On Monday, Hassan's team released a new progress photo that really hammered home how tuned in this guy is right now. Based on what I've seen, this is the best that Hassan's ever looked in his career during any off season. And I think being down there with Flex Lewis and company has a lot to do with that. This is a whole new version of Hassan that I don't think we've seen before, which is crazy because I think he only gets better from here on out. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.